Now let us see a concept where we find out LCM and HCF but of fractions. Yes, so how do you solve that now? We had seen for normal numbers how do you get it, for integers how do you get it, but let's now do it for fractions. So I give you three numbers, 1.8, 2 and then 2.4. These are the three numbers that you get, 1.8, 2 and then 2.4. I need to find the LCM and HCF both for these three numbers. What will I do? First I'll convert them to fractions. So I'll write this as 18 by 10. Then I'll write this as 2 by 1. And then I'll write this as 24 upon 10. I will make sure that they have a numerator as well as a denominator. So fraction, I convert it to this part. Now what will I do? I need to find out what is the LCM of this, and then I need to find out what is the HCF of this, right? So first I need to find out LCM of this. So remember a trick. Whenever I ask you to find out LCM of this three numbers, which is nothing but LCM of this, so for LCM you always take the LCM of numerator, which is my numerator 18, 2 and then 24. That is my numerator. And you will take what? HCF of the denominator. HCF of the denominator. What is my denominator? 10, 1 and then 10. So if I ask you LCM of numerator and HCF of denominator. That's the trick here. Okay, now let us find it out. What is LCM of 18, 2 and 24? So when you get three numbers which are small numbers like 18, 2 and 24, and I ask you the LCM of this, start from the highest number, which is 24. See the multiples of 24 and see if they are multiples of 2 and 18 as well. So 24 ones are 24, not the multiple of 18. 24 twos are 48, not the multiple of 18. 24 threes are 72, multiple of 18 as well as multiple of 2. So 72 is the LCM of these three numbers. Now I need to get the HCF, highest common factor of 1, 10 and again at 10. What is the highest common factor? There is one factor which is 1. Okay, 1 has only one factor, that is 1. So obviously the highest will be 1 only here, because there is only one factor to 1, that is 1 itself. Okay, even if I have a 10 or I have a 2 or I have 5, it doesn't matter, because there is only one factor here, that is 1 with 1. So it has to come out to be 1. 72 divided by 1, the answer is what? 72. And that is the LCM, least common multiple of 1.8, 2 and then 2.4. Okay, that's what you will have to imagine and they get the answer as 72. And it's quite a logic as well, right? Because 2 into 36 will give you 72, 2.4 into something will give you 72, and 1.8 again into something will give you your 72. Okay, which is nothing but if I multiply this by 4, this becomes 7.2. If I multiply this by 40, this becomes 7.2. Okay, if I multiply this by 3, it becomes 7.2. But if I multiply this by 30, it becomes 72. Right, which means it's an LCM of these three numbers is 72. Make sure you visualize this in the end as to actually will it be an LCM of these three numbers. Now let's go on to the next understanding as to finding out the HCF, highest common factor for these three numbers. So what am I asking you now? HCF. HCF of what? The same, 18 by 10, 2 by 1 and 24 by 10. I need to find out the HCF of this. So in LCM what do? Take the LCM of numerator and HCF of the denominator. In HCF what will you do? Take the HCF of numerator and LCM of the denominator. Just the reverse. LCM you have numerator LCM, denominator HCF. HCF you have numerator HCF. Whatever is here comes in the numerator. As simple as that. So HCF of numerator 18, 2 and then 24. And then the LCM of denominator. What is my denominator? 10, 1 and then 1. And my problem is solved. So how will I solve this now? Highest common factor of 2, 18 and 24. What is that? 2, 18 and 24. 2 has only two factors, 1 and then 2. 2 will be a factor of 18, 2 will be a factor of 24 as well. And since there are only two factors to 2, highest has to be 2 here, right? Because there are only 2 factors to 2. As it happened here, there was only 1 factor to 1, so it has to be the highest because that's the only factor. In this case 2 has to be the highest, so 2 comes to be my answer here as a numerator. LCM of 10, 1 and then 10. So if I write here 10, 1 and then 10, I need to find out the multiple of this 3. So 10 ones are 10, 10 ones are 10 and 1 tens are 10. 10 will be my what? Least common multiple. Okay, because the first multiple of 10 is 10, and if you have to find out every number is a multiple of 1. The first multiple of 10 is 10, so that has to be my least because that's the first multiple. Okay, so it is nothing but 10. I'll write it here as 10. If I cut this now, 2 1s are 2 5s are 10. 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2. 0.2 is my answer here, which means that the highest common factor HCF, highest common factor of this 3 number is 0.2. 0.2 divides 1.8. Yes, it does divide 1.8. Does it divide 2? Yes, it divides 2. Does it divide 2.4? Yes, it divides 2.4. That's why it is the highest common factor of the 3. Okay, so understand this basic. What you're supposed to remember here is, in case you get a fraction here, what are you supposed to do? LCM of fraction if I ask you, then you have to do LCM of numerator upon HCF of denominator. And if I ask you HCF, then HCF of numerator upon LCM of denominator. There's a simple trick that you have to remember to get LCM and HCF of fraction.